Okay, let's convene a meeting of the Berlin Ethics Commission. It's Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026, 3 p.m. We're going to begin by Gaskell and the town attorney.
Brittany Lindsay.
Dave Rand.
Mary Bowen, Town Administrator.
What we're going to try to do here is have an orientation. It's going to be very brief because there's really not a whole lot to
No.
talk about when it comes to the Ethics Commission, since I don't think we've had a meeting in almost 10 years.
Well, I think we would have had some routine meetings,
Let me
but
back
not,
up. We haven't had a meeting that dealt with a complaint
Right,
in
exactly.
almost 10 years. Where the commission will meet at least once a year to review the financial information that the council members are required to submit. And that's mainly what this commission has done recently. You've all been given a copy of the memorandum, which I drafted back in 2009. I had it approved by the then Attorney General, who was counsel to the State Ethics Commission, for her approval. And what this memorandum sets out is, if and when we get a complaint, it sets forth the steps that we need to go through in order to process the complaint, have a hearing, and get to a decision if we get to that point. I think the main thing is that you need to be aware that this commission is a quasi-judicial commission, which means that when a complaint is filed, the three of you are acting as judges. So because that is your role, it is not appropriate to talk to people who are outside of a hearing. You can't involve yourself in that. And one other thing that I always note, we had one member who, of course, can't name them, but we're not the ethics police. Okay, actually, your job is not to go out and investigate folks. So we need to keep that in mind. And other than, I know you all have gone through the code sections, which we've given to you. Really, that's it. I really don't have anything else to add, but if you all have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
And I would maybe want to point out, just because this has happened to me recently, if someone does reach out to us with something, how do you suggest we direct them the right path so we make sure it's done properly?
A person who appears to have a complaint, if they contact you directly, they should be directed to Mary Bolton. And Mary can provide them with a complaint form, have them fill it out, and return it to her, and then she will pass it on to us. And we'll decide whether number one, we have jurisdiction over the complaint, and if so, then of course we'll schedule a hearing and notify the person who is the subject of the complaint, and we'll go on from there, just like this memorandum says.
Okay, what's the next step from here? The next meeting, or is this it?
No, we actually have something to discuss today.
Okay.
But that will go in, once we've done the orientation, we'll go into a closed session.
We'll go into closed session, and we're going to determine whether there has been a complaint filed, and we're going to need to determine whether we have jurisdiction over that. So that's our next step.
I think it's two main points that the commission determines is if it does in fact, meet the standard to be called an ethics violation, and then if the ethics commission has jurisdiction over that.
And we have to remember that not everyone in town is bound by our ethics code. You can't
We might be the only three.
We can't file a complaint against your neighbor if he doesn't work for the town.
Right.
So, and you'll find out why I said that in a moment. Any other questions? All right, seeing none, I think we should go into closed session under 3-305 B7.
So the way this works is, actually, I did have on here to nominate and elect a chair.
Right, we have to do that.
So,
Who wants to be?
I know, you just met for the first time and we're asking you to, you know,
Anybody want to be in charge, or?
Do you have to write reports?
no.
I don't mind, but I am happy to give leeway to somebody who has been on it longer and wants
You're all
to.
brand new.
Oh,
Yeah, it's, I know, it's a tough spot. This happens occasionally where it's like,
what does the
oh, you
chair
all
do
just met, now pick
versus
someone
other
to
folks?
lead.
The chair does what I just did with running the meeting.
Yeah.
Drive it.
Oh, I see.
That's all.
That seems right up your alley. You know about the Spanish flu.
Yeah.
I avoided management for 35 years before they finally hooked me.
Nice. I don't mind.
You want it?
I don't mind doing it. I got it.
She's got it.
Yeah.
So if someone could just say the words,
That you
and
nominate.
you can nominate yourself, I think that's,
Nominate myself.
I nominated her.
okay.
Thank you, sir.
And then we need a vote.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we have a new chair.
Yeah.
Unanimous.
How about it?
Love that.
And then as far
Well,
as,
yes, it's
Not
um,
technically, no.
Okay, then following our agenda here, are there any comments from the members of the commission? Seeing none, are there any comments from the public? No, there's not. I think we adjourn and go into,
so I think we need a motion from one of you. It doesn't necessarily have to be the chair, but we need a motion from one of you to adjourn this session and go into closed session for the reasons I stated.
I make a motion to adjourn and go into a closed session.
I second.
all in favor?
Okay.
Teamwork, y'all.